Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is Soul Sunday. I missed last week and I'm really sorry. And after I tell you what this Soul Sunday is about, you'll kind of understand a little bit of why. Today was church, and because I'm actually filming this on Sunday, so you're gonna see this real time. I'm gonna go in and upload it right away. My hair's a little crazy, sorry. We came home and I changed and just started laundry and all the things, so I kind of look a little crazy, but that's okay. Today we made the announcement that my sister and Brandon are going to be moving to Texas. I've known for a little bit now, obviously, but today was just the big announcement, and it stunk. I mean, it's a God thing, and He works all things for the good. I think He has all of us in mind in this plan, but I keep teasing that I wish He would let us in on how this is all going to work out, because never in my wildest thoughts would I expect us to not live close together or have our kids grow up together. So it sucks. It sucks a lot. And so I guess it's kind of what has been going on. It's, you know, sometimes things feel unfair. Sometimes things feel like, why would you do this? I've questioned that a lot. Part of the reason that I am fasting right now, if you watched my last Soul Sunday, I believe it was my last Soul Sunday, I was starting a fast, and I've been doing it. It's a 30-day fast for me. And it's kind of just to get clarity. Honestly, when they told us that they were leaving, I was like, all right, Lord, you and I need to really talk in this time. And the best way I know how to really center my heart to His is to fast. And so that's why I've started. It's been going great. I'll share a little bit more about that. But just kind of what to do when you feel like it's unfair, or you don't like this, or whatever. To be honest, I had a little fit, and I know God knows me. He made me, and I think, like, when any of my kids start having a fit, you kind of know their temperament, and you know, like, oh man, here it goes, but they'll calm down, they'll be over it in a minute. And that's kind of how I work, like, no. So I had a little fit, and then, like I said, I knew that if I was going to get through this, I needed to get my heart as aligned with His as I could, and so I had to fast. So that's another one of my tips to you, is if you feel like things are just really unfair right now, the last thing you want to do sometimes is to grow closer to God. Sometimes you want to blame Him or lash out or these things, but it's actually so counterproductive. Kind of like emotional eating, you know, you're eating because you're stressed, and then the stress doesn't go away, so you eat some more, and then, you know, physically things happen to your body that you don't like, so then you're stressed, and then you eat. And so to just break the cycle of whatever's going on in your head, sometimes you have to do counter what you want to do, or what your nature would be inclined to do. So instead of running away from God, I was like, all right, you're gonna see more of me now. And so I started the fast. So that's one of my tips. Another one of my tips is to get worship music on in your house. I know that could sound like, all right, but I believe that worship music totally creates an atmosphere. Music is used so much. I mean, we remember things because of music. Like, I used to sing my times table so I could remember it. So music is such a powerful thing for us as people, and I 100% believe that it creates an atmosphere. I mean, Disney has studied this forever. Abercrombie, like all these different retailers, they study that music actually creates the atmosphere. So if you want like a cool, chill, vibey store, then you play that kind of music and you get people in that mood, or you know, whatever. So I believe turning on worship music in your home absolutely creates an atmosphere of praise, an atmosphere of worship. It can usher in an atmosphere of peace. So I've been listening to more of my worship music here lately in the house, and just trying to create that atmosphere of peace and praise and all those things I just listed. And it's just good. And again, it aligns your heart with the heart of the Father, and like, all right, Lord, I'm crying out to you. David is such a good example of that in the Bible. He wrote hymns to the Lord. And that brings me to my next tip, is to journal. Honestly, some of my feelings are so raw and just probably not the most PC things to say out loud. So, which has never stopped me before, let's get honest. But I have just chosen to really write out my feelings, and to write out like, Lord, I don't think this is fair. And part of that too, honestly, is as I've read through old journals in different seasons, you see the progression of his promise. Like, you see, here I was crying out in pain and just, this is the worst, Lord. And then like, okay, I'm okay, you're here with me. And then to like, oh, that's why you did it. I'm so not at that point with this one yet, but I am not there yet. It's still in the like, oh man, this one hurts. But I'm excited to go back and look and see the progression of his promise. So I just encourage you. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes what I feel like is in my heart, and the emotion I'm having might not necessarily be for somebody else to hear, because it might be my own opinion, it might be my own hurt, it might be my own a lot of things. When you're feeling discouraged or sad or hurt in any way, a lot of times the first things that bubble out are the first things that are on your heart, and sometimes those are not the most productive of emotions, or words or feelings or stuff. So I've tried to learn to keep my mouth shut until it is safe to open. So instead of bottling it, I write it out. So that is some of my tips of how to get through a hard time with the Lord, not instead of going to him, ways that I press in hard times. Again, I'm making it sound like someone's dying, and thank God it's not that at all. She's moving to pursue the call of God on their lives. I wished and I hoped and I prayed, and it was the desire of my heart that my family would do ministry all together, but I have no idea what his plan is. I'm hoping that his plan for me in this will be beyond what I expect, but right now I'm just trying to sit at his feet and hear and try to pay attention so I don't miss the blessing in the midst of this, out of anger or hurt or whatever negative emotion you want to plug in there, because I've gone through the gamut of emotions, and I feel like in this season there could be a lot of that in your life. There could be a lot of like, God, why? What are you doing? What's this for? Why? I said I had something happy to share through my fast. So financially, it has been such a hard time in COVID. Like, we got none of the things that were offered. Like, we didn't get a stimulus check. I didn't get approved for unemployment. Like, we got nothing. And then on top of that, I wasn't able to work doing hair. The church, the finances changed a lot, so we had to take a pay cut there. So it's been rough financially, like trying to do our best to like just be creative. And honestly, like, although I kick and scream while I'm doing it, like, I come out of those seasons like, oh, look at how creative I was with that, or like, we didn't waste here, you know, whatever. So I just, we've been okay. We haven't had to bake for bread, right? I've learned how to bake it instead. But I got approved for some assistance from unemployment for the second round of shutdowns. We're in California, so we're like back shut down. The salons are back closed. So I did finally get approved for unemployment, which that's a good thing. So I was like, oh, maybe fasting is working for something. I was kind of hoping it would make my sister change her mind about moving, but you know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, so we have 2 Sundays left with us, and then I am actually gonna be road tripping it with them to Texas to help them move, so I can help with the twins and that kind of stuff. So that'll be some fun videos as we explore. They're gonna be about 30 minutes out of Waco, so we're gonna go to Waco. So I'm gonna go, and then my family's gonna come a week later, and we'll be able to help them unpack the house and just kind of explore their city, and then have a little vacation on top of that. We were supposed to be in Georgia today. We had that trip planned since last summer, and so it's like, well, we already had that trip planned. It got canceled because of COVID, so going to Texas this summer. So and probably many summers after this, and Christmases and all the things. So Texas will be our little spot, and I'm excited about that. Brad and I have always he lived in Texas for college, and we've talked about moving there a bunch of times, but God's just never opened those doors, and so we're Californians, and now I'll have part of my heart there, a big part of my heart, trapped in 2, 3, soon to be 3 little bodies. So Texas will get a lot of my travel too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though I was a weepy mess through it. So just raw emotions, guys. Sometimes I hate that I have them, but other times I think it's just part of the human experience, right? Sometimes your emotions just fall out through your eyes. And this is mine. But I do all kinds of videos on here. I do lifestyle. I've been thinking of how I could incorporate some of how I'm eating in here, because I know there's a lot of vegans out there. I don't know if I'm going to stay a vegan, but I am definitely enjoying the journey. So maybe I'll do some tips for that or whatever. But like, subscribe, join our tribe, join our family. I'm going to need all of you now. My physical sister is not going to be here, so I'm going to need my community around me even more than ever. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm praying for you in this season. Just know that, like, I truly, truly pray over all my subscribers, because I appreciate you guys so much. And just help me out by clicking that like button, comment, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.